Amir's Blue Jacket, written by Sarah Musa, illustrated by Rani Hassan. On the first cold day of autumn, Grandma took out the heavy winter clothes and spread them on Amir's bed. There it is. Amir grabbed his special blue jacket. It had belonged to his grandpa. The day after Grandpa died, Amir wrapped himself in that jacket and wiped his tears in the thick fabric. It smelled like Grandpa's perfume. Whenever Amir wore it, he felt like he was getting a long hug from Grandpa. He rubbed the thick wool against his cheek, but instead of perfume, he now smelled mothballs. Amir stuck the jacket in the washing machine and pressed wash. When the jacket had dried, Amir pulled it over his shoulders. "It's very tight. I think it has shrunk," Grandma said. "It fits fine." Mama walked in and caught sight of Amir. "I'll get you a new one," she said. "But Mama," said Amir, "this is Grandpa's jacket." "You can't keep wearing a jacket that doesn't fit," she said gently. "You can hardly move." "Yes, I can. See?" Amir flapped his arms like a bird. "You can hold on to it," Mama said, "but either way, I'll have to buy you a new one." Amir sighed. He went outside and sat under the apple tree that Grandpa had planted. "Did you know I kept Grandpa's cane after he died?" said Grandma. "I looked at it every day and cleaned it whenever it got dusty." "But then you gave it to Hamza's mom," said Amir. "When she broke her ankle, she needed it more than me," Grandma said. "Don't you think Grandpa would have liked that? Besides, I don't need his cane to remember him. I can almost see him every time you smile." Amir frowned and looked up at the ruby apples hanging heavy on the branches. Last autumn, Amir had spent hours picking apples and making applesauce with his grandpa. They gave a jar to every family in the neighborhood. When they were done, there was only one jar left for them. Amir remembered how upset he had been. "But look how happy we made our neighbors," Grandpa had said, smiling broadly, "and how happy God must be with us too." Grandma pulled a tray of kak out of the oven. A warm, buttery smell filled the kitchen. Amir gingerly bit into the chewy, date-filled cookie. It reminded him of Grandpa's last Eid with them. Grandpa had kept taking plates of kak out to his guests. Amir worried there wouldn't be any left for him, so he took a large plate and hid it in the garage. The next day, Amir found his plate of kak covered in ants. Grandpa helped Amir clean it up. "Sharing doesn't decrease what we have," he had whispered gently. "We can always make more." "Amir, can you take this plate of kak to Hamza?" Grandma asked. Amir pulled on the blue wool jacket. It felt tight in his armpits and the sleeves were too short. He awkwardly carried the plate towards Hamza's house and remembered holding Grandpa's hand as they walked the same path many times. Amir waved at Hamza and handed him the plate of kak. "Thanks," Hamza said. He shivered as a cold wind blew past them. "Don't you have a jacket?" Amir asked. "No." Once when he had visited Hamza with his grandfather, Amir had brought along his toy tractor. He and Hamza had spent the afternoon playing with it. "Why don't you let Hamza borrow your tractor?" Grandpa had whispered to him before they left. But Amir had shaken his head and hugged the tractor tight. Amir now touched the blue wool fabric of his jacket. He wanted to hold on to Grandpa forever. But Amir knew Grandpa wasn't in the things that he left behind. He slowly unbuttoned his jacket and handed it to Hamza. "This jacket was my grandpa's," Amir said. "I want you to have it." Hamza slipped the jacket on. It was a perfect fit. "I remember your grandpa and his blue jacket. He always had a surprise for me in these big pockets." "Where's Grandpa's jacket?" Mama asked when Amir got home. "I gave it to Hamza," he said, smiling. "That's exactly what Grandpa would have done," Mama said. "His jacket kept you warm, and now it will keep Hamza warm too." Mama showed Amir the puffy new jacket she had bought for him. She slipped it over Amir's shoulder and zipped it up. "Think of all the good deeds that he's getting, even though he's gone," Grandma said. Amir knew Grandpa would have been proud of him today. He smiled at his reflection in a foggy window. He could almost see Grandpa smiling back. The end. On the last page, we have a hadith from Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, who said, "The best of what a man leaves behind are three: a righteous child who supplicates for him, ongoing charity, the reward of which reaches him, and knowledge that is acted upon after him."